So, as it's the 1st of June 2024, when I'm recording this, I was thinking a bit about the, for the question of what does pride mean to me? Does it, well, what could it mean? Yes, I mean, some people think of it as some kind of protest and revolution, against the alter order of the heteronormativity. But maybe not. For me, that feels a little bit more awkward. Only because I can't really say that I joined in that way, because due to my autism and maybe other reasons too, it was not exactly expected of me. I never had an expectation to provide the grandchildren. Sorry, it took me a moment to think of the right words. No expectation that I'd find a pretty Fräulein and take her home for my mother and father to see if they thought she was a good match, and then then go through that, gets a good job to impress her mother and father, and then go over to set up a nice little house for her, and for us to then carry on the cycle of the little kinders for the... No, oh wait, this is Britain, we don't say the fatherland. Ausgezeichnet, what am I talking about? I mean, there is that. Because that was never expected of me, those same pressures and the same relationship with the community didn't really apply. And now, yes, I'm a bit different. Not being the heterosexual was not something that everyone was uber comfortable with. They used to get beaten for it. And worse. I won't go into details. It is old and sad, but still, I guess it's kind of a family tradition to not be popular. Yes, as we've been spending a good few centuries trying to build our place in British society. And indeed, if we'd not been unpopular, I might well be wearing this helmet while presenting this video. Or have this flag as my background. As a compromise, fair enough, I used the one from before the 1801 Act of Union, but that is how you say by the by. By the by, when I'm talking about pride. Never mind. Anyway, so one could rationally say that I'm not a neat fit into either the heterosexual or the homosexual culture. And yeah, pride events can be pretty exhausting. Sometimes I feel like I'm there more as a member of the press than as an actual, member of the community forming a great part of our great British society. Yes, I know. I know I can get away with a lot more patriotism in my presentation due to my Belgian surname and funny accent. Uttilargi. But more to the point. What is pride when you don't fit in? And yes, I could, come up with a great rationalization. I'm a trained historian. Not a very good historian, but a trained one. And I can talk about the social experience. And from that sort of what they call familiar history, or the traditions and values, the shared legends and zeitgeist, or the material culture, or perhaps go to the more macro level of the global history, looking at the great trends of economic and ideological movements. But in a way, what is pride when you don't fit in? I guess that is pride. When it boils down to it, pride is when you don't fit in. Und das ist gut. Das ist toll. This is a good thing. Perhaps in the world there will be a better place where people can be together, be themselves, and it doesn't present a barrier. It doesn't act as a sort of way of marking difference. I mean, there's an old song from one of my ancestral homelands called Deutschland Lied, famous for its first verse. Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles in der Welt. And so on and so on. However, it is most grossly misunderstood. For it was not about saying Germany or the German people are superior to all others. It was about saying we are still a German people. We may be Bavarians or Prussians, Rhinelanders. We may have our different dialects. We may be Protestants or Catholics or Jews or atheists even by the time it was written in the early 19th century. We may have our different political beliefs. Liberals, conservative, socialist. Das ist not, however, to take away from the fact that we are one German people. That is what the song was originally meant to mean. Like this old flag, originally created by James VI when he wanted to unify his kingdoms, England and Scotland, many peoples and many different communities. And perhaps pride is where it can all come together. Ourselves. As we see the Saltire of St. Andrew, the Cross of St. George, the blue of the Royal House of Stuart. And perhaps pride is that. The fact that, sure, we may be homosexuals, heterosexuals, bisexuals, asexuals, demisexuals, pansexuals, have different romantic attractions too. Oh, because of course, sensual, sexual, romantic, und so weiter, attractions can be different, may be different for different people. You may be any number of things, but ultimately we are all one people, a people together, living together in our community, and to come together. But being different should not break us apart, because this is our home overall. Ours, über alles. And so, I hope you have a happy time this Pride Month. God bless you, or whatever religion you prefer. I hope you have a very lovely Pride Month, and it was lovely having you here.